The sky is clouded over, the air thick with mist as a lonely wind sweeps through the trees surrounding the monument. The Rhodes Memorial stands imposingly against the darkened sky, its stone columns towering above the desolate landscape. The moon barely breaks through the heavy clouds, casting fleeting shadows across the aged, weathered stonework. An unsettling silence pervades the scene, only broken by the occasional rustling of the leaves. Sarah, young journalist, stands at the foot of the memorial, her breath visible in the cold air. She clutches her notebook tightly, her wide eyes scanning the monument as she takes a few cautious steps forward. She has come to investigate the dark rumors surrounding this place. Rumors of a curse tied to its creation and the ghost of Cecil John Rhodes that is said to haunt it. Sarah, opening parenthesis, they say it's haunted, cursed. I have to see for myself. She takes another step, but as her foot hits the ground, there's a sudden sound, a creak, followed by a low groan, as if the monument itself is alive. Sarah, opening parenthesis, what was that? She pauses for a moment, heart racing. No movement, no one around. She shakes her head and continues walking, determined to uncover the truth. Her footsteps echo against the stone, growing louder in the silence. Sarah, opening parenthesis, it's just a monument, just a piece of history. But as she reaches the top of the stairs, she stops, her breath catching in her throat. A faint figure, barely visible, seems to move in the shadows near the base of the memorial. Her heart pounds. Sarah, opening parenthesis, am I seeing things? She takes a few more steps, trying to steady her nerves. The figure moves again, more clearly now. A dark shape that shimmers, as if it's not entirely solid. The air grows colder, a chill creeping along her skin. Sarah, opening parenthesis, hello? Is someone there? The figure vanishes into the mist, and the air grows heavy, thick with a presence she can't explain. She hesitates, unsure if she should press on. But before she can decide, a voice, low, gravelly, and distant, whispers in the wind. Voice, you shouldn't be here. Sarah, opening parenthesis, what? Who's there? Silence. Nothing but the eerie wind. Shaking her head, she forces herself to continue. She walks deeper into the memorial, drawn by an invisible pull. Her steps grow slower as the tension builds, every sound amplified in the still night air. The shadows seem to stretch unnaturally long, twisting and shifting with every turn she takes. Suddenly, a loud bang rings out, something slamming shut. Sarah, what the hell? She spins around. A stone door behind her, one that had previously been open, slams shut with an unnatural force, sending a shiver down her spine. Sarah, opening parenthesis, no, 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 no. The door doesn't budge. She steps back, her breath coming faster now. The voice comes again, only this time, it's not a whisper. It's a growl, deep and guttural. Voice, you are cursed, like he was. The temperature drops further, and her breath now forms visible clouds in the air. Sarah backs away, her mind racing, trying to make sense of it. She's heard the rumors, stories about how the memorial was built on blood, on the lives of those who suffered under Rhodes' regime. But this was beyond anything she could have imagined. Sarah, opening parenthesis, who's there? What do you want from me? The air grows thick, and her eyes catch a flicker of movement. A shadow emerges in front of her, tall, solid, but translucent. It's him. The figure of Cecil Rhodes, his face twisted in anger, his eyes glowing with an unsettling light. He stands there, watching her, silent but menacing. His form flickers in and out, like an apparition caught between worlds. Rhodes, you seek the truth, but the truth has no place here. You are not meant to uncover what lies beneath these stones. Suddenly, the ground trembles. A crack runs along the stone floor beneath Sarah's feet, and the monument begins to rumble, as if it's coming to life. The sound of stone grinding against stone echoes through the air, sending vibrations through the ground. Sarah, opening parenthesis. I didn't mean to. The figure of Rhodes moves closer, his form darkening, growing more solid, his face twisted in a snarl. His eyes burn with fury. Rhodes, you awaken what should remain buried. The curse is upon you now, just as it was upon me. A sharp crack splits the air, and the earth beneath Sarah's feet begins to give way. She scrambles to stand, her mind racing as she hears the distant sound of heavy footsteps echoing through the stone. Sarah, I need to leave. I need to. The shadow of Rhodes moves in front of her, blocking her path. The ground shakes violently, and in the distance, she hears the unmistakable sound of a door creaking open, but it's not the door behind her. It's the door to the monument, a doorway to another realm. A cold, empty void beyond it. Rhodes, there is no escape. With one final, deafening crash, the ground crumbles beneath Sarah, pulling her toward the void. She screams as she disappears into the darkness, the curse of Rhodes' monument claiming another victim. The first light of morning breaks over the horizon, casting a soft glow over the monument. The eerie atmosphere is gone, leaving only the sound of the wind. But if you listen closely, the faintest whisper can be heard in the breeze. Voice, no one escapes the curse. Dot.